Hi everyone, Lisdalia here, aka the Queen of Hearts. Welcome to my channel, especially those of you who are new. Today we are checking out episode 3 of X-Men 97. So this episode is called Fire Made Flesh. So I'm assuming we're dealing with a mutant who has some sort of fire creation or manipulation abilities. The only one that I'm familiar with is Pyro. He couldn't create fire, but he could manipulate fire, and we saw him in live action in the movies that were made by Fox in the 90s. And I'm not very familiar with any other mutant that has fire sort of abilities. There is obviously Johnny Storm, who, can turn to fire, but he is in the Fantastic Four, and even though that's a Marvel property, I doubt very much that they're going to have any sort of interactions between the Fantastic Four and mutants in this particular TV series. Later on in the future, potentially, that might occur as we have a lot of things interacting, but I doubt very much we're going to get it in this particular series. So that being said, if there's any other mutant that has any sort of abilities with fire, I'm not familiar with them. So I'm looking forward to perhaps being educated as to, other mutants that are out there who have some sort of fire abilities. And yes, I'm very much looking forward to that. So the way we left things off in the last episode, Storm now has no powers. I've since now been educated in that this is probably a permanent thing, that it sounds like it was something that was actually done in the comics, and it was like the first sort of major X-Men character to have this happen to them, to have their abilities taken away from them. So I'm interested into seeing sort of where they go with this. Are they just getting to completely write her out of the storyline now? Or will we actually follow her along and see how she transitions into a human world and a human society now that she no longer has her abilities, and how does she cope now being a human? So I'm hoping they don't completely abandon the storyline. I do dislike that they did it to that particular character. But it is what it is, and it's true to the comics. So we'll go with it. We also have had we've had the babies being born. Was it one baby or two? I think it was one. They've had one child. They had a boy, and then I wanted to cause violence to Scott for some of his words that he said. Not cool. Some of the words that he said. But now we've had a thing that's happened at the end of this episode where we've had a woman come up to the mansion who looks like Jean. And so now that was the cliffhanger at the end of last episode. My theory at this point in time is that some crazy shenanigans went on while she was in labor, and some psychic stuff has happened, and she somehow split herself, or something has gone on in that sort of sense. That's where I'm leaning at the moment. Some sort of weird psychic shenanigans has gone on when she was giving birth, and now we've got two. That's where I'm leaning. So I've got no other predictions, no other ideas, no other suggestions. So we're going to be heading right on into it. But before we do, there's a few things that you guys can be doing that would really help out the channel here. Like the video, it'll let me know that you want to see more X-Men related videos, more animated reactions in the future. Consider subscribing if you're not already, and hit the notification bell. Make sure you select the all button so that way you do not miss out on any future reactions. Alright, let's dive into it. Let's see what we've got in store for us. It is Fire Made Flesh, so let's see what we've got. I'm going to bring up the heart rate monitor. For anybody who's new to my channel, I use a heart rate monitor via my Apple Watch, and that way you guys get to see what moments get my heart pumping. And let's bring up the show. Alright, episode 3, Fire Made Flesh. Let's go. Playing in 3, 2, 1.
X-Men. Maybe it's time to think of a life beyond the X-Men?
You mean leave the team?
What have we been fighting for all these years if not the chance to finally live our lives?
The X-Men.
See, I absolutely see her point.
Our son will need us more. Just ever since I was in Gyrick.
Who is Gyrick? I don't remember Gyrick. Was that something from the original series, or is that something that's already happened and I just don't remember? So I'm wondering if this is a permanent thing where she has in fact split herself and there is two. Could one then stay behind and be, you know, X-Men duties, and the other one that goes off and does mom duties? Although that would suck for both. Like, one never being able to watch their child grow up, and the other one, like, yeah, the one who would be doing X-Men duties would get the raw deal. But I wonder if they're gonna do something like that, maybe. The whole relationship with Rogue and Magneto, no, I don't like it. The age gap there is just, no, I don't like it. It's just like too much. Yeah, when you gave birth. That was sharp teeth there. Why is she on the couch? Don't they have, like, hospital beds? Why are they doing this in the lounge room? Don't you have, like, hospital facilities sort of thing? Lots of big words. You've just watched him do it. Scott. Rude. Oh, you should have said that earlier. You should have said anything earlier. Not just keep your mouth shut. I hate Scott. I hate Scott. He says all the wrong things. I just want to punch him. No. True. Mm. You are saying all the wrong things to the mother of your child. Amen, sister. Why is suddenly. Um. What are you doing? You making yourself a new outfit? Really? Oh. Oh, he's there. I thought he went. It. Ew. 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 Yuck. I was gonna say, who is that? I don't know. That's gross. Okay, why has she got this much power? I mean, granted, if she's made out of the cells of Jean, and Jean is very powerful. Okay. Are this like moths to a flame? I'm now getting images of the acolyte and those giant moth things going after the Jedi and the lightsabers and shit. Will real Jean Grey please stand up? And now she's like an angel with all the blue and the halo. And she'll collapse. Okay. And you didn't even know that your wife was not your wife. That's... I mean, granted, nobody realized, but still. And she's turned so freaking fast. Do not do stuff to... Don't do stuff to the baby. Do... Do... I know it's an animated baby, but still. Not cool. Not cool at all. You don't do harm dogs or babies or cats. Who are you? I don't recognize who you've turned into. Now who are you? That's gonna become an annoying thing with him. Trying to work out who Morph turns into. Dang. Where'd you suddenly get a hair tie from? Yeah. Are you just gonna project yourself mentally? Yeah, there you go. She didn't take shit. You took shit. I mean, technically, you were... Sinister took it. Who did take... Who took anything? So wait, she has all... Hmm. This is so psychedelic. What the frick is going on right now? And he's... Thank God it only, like, came out so much. And he didn't destroy it all the way and, like, drop your son in the frickin' thing. He's a newborn. Oh my God, Scott. And he's just disappeared? They all do. They've all of the parents of the X-Men have all been shit. There's not a single one that's been a nice one. You know. That's abandoning. Walking away right now, that's abandoning. Sending him to get healthcare, that's not abandoning, that's sending him to get healthcare. Just because there's only enough juice in the band to take him to the future, like, once, doesn't mean that they can't get stuff in the future and come back again. Like, why can't he and then he gets another thing, or he finds more whatever it is that it needs, and then comes back with the baby. And Scott doesn't even see him and lets her do that all on her own? God, I hate Scott. Why that name? Where did she get that name from? You two got some issues. You need like couples counseling. Alright, cool. We're getting something of her life without her powers. Rude. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who Forge is. Okay. So, I hate Scott. I hate Scott. I hate him. He, like, just says all the wrong things and does all the wrong things at all the wrong times. I hate everything about him in this show. I just want to cause him bodily harm. That every single time you're like, you should a caring partner, and he just does like the opposite. He says the wrong thing, or he doesn't say anything when he should say something, and it's just, I hate him. I absolutely hate him as a character. I don't understand why she hasn't gone with Logan. Like, comparatively, compared to, like, the two of them, like, Logan has shown her the more care and consideration in, like, 20 freaking seconds than Scott has in 3 episodes. Just saying. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am glad that we got to see something with Storm. I wish it was more. I wish we got to see more of that. But I'm glad to at least know that she's not been completely written out of the storyline, that we are going to follow up on all of that. The whole thing with, like, Nathan and in being sent to the future with Bishop, I don't understand why they can't come back. Like, we're dealing with time travel here. We've got a time travel person. Like, if you have the technology to come back, that technology still exists in the future. I don't know how his thing works. I have no idea. But I'm assuming it just is, like, needing a power source or something like that. So I don't understand why he can't utilize that power source again to come back. You go to the future, you get the cure, you get the boy fixed, and then you come back. Just because they go there doesn't necessarily mean that they have to stay there. Just saying. Like, I'm assuming that they can come. Why can't they just come back? That was never said that he can't come back. Like, that's never been brought up. So this whole, like, I'm abandoning him. No. Anyway. And it's not as if, okay, so if it was a one-way trip scenario and there's no way for him to be able to come back, why don't you, like, write letters and do things to be like, we've done this because this was the only way to save your life, and we're going to leave these at this particular location, so when you get there in the future, this is where the stuff is all going to be. Please raise our son and play these things for him as he grows up, and therefore he knows that we were always, like, we never gave up, and we were always there, and we were always thinking, and all that sort of stuff. And we will leave these over the years, and you do things like that. How many, like, movies and shows and things have we seen where the parent who knows they're not going to be there to see their child grow up does things in preparation for major events in their child's life and everything? And they do things knowing that they're not going to be there, so they leave things behind to give to the child. Like, Bishop could put a frickin' letter in his pocket and give him a letter at least. It's not as if he can't go with, like, inorganic material or something. He's carrying a frickin' gun, and he's got, like, clothes and stuff, so he can take stuff on his person back with him. But no, I'm just going to chuck a tanty because I can't go with him, and I'm just going to walk away and make my sister wife. I can't think of another explanation for the two genes and the relationship with Scott, but make her, like, do and deal with all giving up her child that's been, like, a day. It's been 1 or 2 days. He's a brand new boy, and I'm going to make her do that on her own. I'm not going to be there to at least, you know, give the woman a hug. So, I hate Scott. That's all I'm just gonna leave it there. I hate Scott. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Yeah. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Consider subscribing. If you're not, make sure to hit the notification bell and select the all button so you do not miss out on any future videos. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And, yeah. I'll catch you next time. Bye.